Repeating myself. Hello, everyone. I'm Pickle Juice, and this is Tin Crash, and we're at the Transformations panel here at Midwest Furfest 2011. I suggested this panel because I like transformations and want to hear what other furries' views are on the subject, and I asked Tin Crash to be here because he's the man. Is he the man? I'll confirm that. You can confirm that? Very good. Yeah. Okay, good.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
This panel is to explore the idea of physically transforming into something else. As a side note, I've been asked by Tanuki Radio to record this session for their semi-monthly radio show about transformations. I'm pretty sure my mic can pick up only my voice, and probably Tin Crash is here, so I might repeat questions, and then I'll edit all your voices out. So, let's define what transformation is. It's change.
Yes.
Pure and simple.
To one form to another.
And there's all sorts of different types. So, I'm going to have let's just get a head count of how many people are here, because I'm curious. So you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's go with 30.
42.
Okay.
I can't start counting, without starting. You go through the 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Now, what I did a lot of times here is I do the what people like, and I list off all the different types of transformation and see what raise of hands is. You think that's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have absolutely no prep on this, so I'm flying blind.
I'm in control. He's not.
That's a scary thought.
Does that make me more or less dangerous?
Worse or better?
Both of you are dangerous either way.
Animal transformations is usually what we're looking at here. Werewolves. Show of hands, who like werewolves in specific? So let's count this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to say 16. All right. Actually, you know what? I need to list them all off first because there's subtle distinctions. There's the were, there's the furry. Subtle difference between weres and furries. Feral animals, there's transgender, there's growing and shrinking, inflation and balloon. There's mental transformations, mind influences, making someone feral into a mental something else. Inanimate objects, plush thingies.
Shouldn't plush go under inanimate, though?
Well, inanimate cars and statues. Statues is a subtle difference between plushes.
That's like ASFR?
Plastic, latex, costume, dirty mud, sticky and goo-based. What? Yes, there's that. There's also transformation by parts. Some people might prefer just the tail.
Did you mention merging? And
I didn't put merging in there. That's another question is, have I missed anything? And I don't think that's in here. Merging, putting in there. Okay. So tail, head, feet. Some people like the feet. Hands, skin,
like the feet.
Wings.
Give me the feet.
And do you like being changed, or do you like want being changed, or the person who changes someone else? Okay, so those are the full list. Back up to the top of the order, and we have more people. Awesome. Okay, so werewolves, because instead of just furries, which are more cute and lovable and what have you, werewolves tend to be more of the blood and guts and giant muscles and alpha wolf sort of thing.
Well, depending, if you go for like the...
Are you qualifying any semi-feral as a wolf?
Yes, weres in general. Were creature, more of the mature, as in more of the more bloody and violent type of furries.
Where do you put the more mystic animal, like the tanuki or the kitsune?
Yeah, that's right. Kitsune and... That's not in here. That's mythical. I never put in mythical. Mythical and merging. Okay,
how
mythical.
How can you not? There's a unicorn in the room.
Very good. So, have I missed anything? I forgot to ask that.
I always kind of combine these, the shrinking and growing as size shifting.
Yes, it's a shrinking and growing.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Giggity.
But
In the back there.
They have Toonie on them.
Yeah.
Toon!
Toon transformation.
Of course,
yeah.
Toon. That's semi-mythical, but it's not. There we go.
Robotic.
Robotic is close to inanimate, but not quite, so I'll put that in there.
Yeah, I mean, then you get kind of the
Yes.
mind control thing.
Huh? Got plushes in there.
Got
Plushes are
plush,
in
yeah.
So you already got the rebound thing, right?
There.
That's more of a cause.
Yes. We're talking about phenotypes here. Yes.
That's a big word.
All right. Yes. Spiritual transformation. That's under the mental. Yes. Describe spiritual transformation for the rest of the folks who don't understand what it is.
Well, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it.
Are we
Like-
talking about, I've got a bear totem, so I turn into a bear? Like, I've got a bear totem spirit that guides my reaction, so I turn into a bear? sort
Yeah,
of thing?
something like that.
I think that's more of a cause than a...
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
That's a cause.
A trigger. Yeah. Criminally.
I'll put that in here someplace. So now that we have a very large list, no other suggestions. Let's go through the things. So the big, muscly, monstrous, kill things with blood in their fangs and everything. Hands up. Who like that?
You like wires.
Blood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. I'm going to say 17. Could you count up how many people there are here now?
Okay. 4. I'm going to probably have to take my shoes off.
No!
I thought we were avoiding the orgy today.
Okay, so then furry transformation, not blood and gore, but more soft and fuzzy and cute and fluffy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17,
40.
1, I say 31 on that one. People like that. And feral animal that's not
You need 2
upright
more people
or
for a
anything at
divine
all.
number.
So all the way down to feral.
So you just mean like domestic animals that escaped into the wild?
Well, feral. Term feral would be referring to on all fours, no thumbs, perhaps can speak, but more likely can't.
The Palladium books used to put out actually a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle role-playing game. They had this excellent little chart in there at some point where you could pick the level of mutation you would have, the transformation you would have, where it would be from pure human to feral animal of just a dog, and kind of like the furry would be kind of in the middle area technically.
Yes.
And then there would be the different shades of that, where you're more feral, but you have enough humanistic qualities that you can walk bipedally, or but you can still kind of go on all fours for a quick run, something to that effect.
All right. So yes, feral animal. Let's do the hands now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26. I'm going to say 26. Transgender. People like transgender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Growing and shrinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm my own target audience.
I'm not just a fan of the transformations, I'm also the member. No. Never mind. Inflation and balloon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You look so ashamed.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad this isn't a drinking contest.
That's after. That's the panel after this. Okay, mental, mind influence, making people feral. 1, 2, 3. You know what? You're exempt. You're exempt. You don't have to keep raising your hand. I'm raising my hand every single time, but I'm not going to have to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to say 13. Inanimate, cars and statues. 1, 2, 4, 7. I'm going to go 8 here. Robots. Who wants to be a robot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plush!
Especially if that robot becomes a
1,
vehicle.
2. Are you going to say yes every single time?
I haven't said yes for a couple of them, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he hasn't.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6. Next is plastic and latex. 7, 8, 9.
Let's just assume I'm going to raise my hand for everything, okay?
That's what I said. I've said
I
the
know.
costume. Costumings. Becoming your own costume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Mud, dirty, sticky goo. Mud, dirty, sticky gooey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to say 6.
I've drawn it, you know, it's...
Merging. Become two people becoming one. So close.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Shouldn't we have had an even number on that anyways?
Mythical, like unicorns and dragons and things that are not real. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
My wife takes offense to that, I hope you know.
I'm gonna put 35.
Doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Toon. Cartoon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. Alright. Favorite parts? Do you like your tail transformed first? Really into the tails.
That kind
Tails are
of...
nice.
Wait, are we
1,
talking
2,
about
3,
growing
4,
said
5,
parts
6,
or
7, 8, 9.
altering the size of those certain parts?
Personally, I assume any transformation starts from a human form. Some people are really into now the I'm already a furry, but I'm turning into a different furry thing. So let's go with that, actually. Do people like furry to furry transformations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
Commission's in front of me.
Furry to furry. I'm going to put that at 13. Okay, head. Just like the head.
What's up?
Sorry. This is a PG-13. I'm just going to delete that right now. Never mind. Never mind.
What about age shifting?
That's
age regression
Yeah,
and progression?
yeah, that's another thing. Speaking of silly subjects. Feet. We like the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sorry, I have that brat thing in my head
7.
right now. Yeah. I want the feet. I like the feet, Mom.
How many people like seeing their hands being the thing that changed? That they really like the hands changing,
How so?
turning into paws or hooves or what have you.
Yeah.
You know, just watching that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okie dokie. And of course, there's the skin, fur, feather, scales patterns. Who likes the furriness that's coming out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm just being this in.
Hey, Crickle, should hybridization of multiple species be considered transformation?
Does that go under merging or?
Okay. Yes, I'm going to say yes, but explain it again.
Like becoming a hybrid of 2 or more different species?
Like a griffin who's part bird and part lion. That would be under the mythological creatures.
Meaning not even necessarily just those, but like a full, for example.
Yeah, like mine. My character is half wolf and half dragon.
Yes.
So would that be considered a form of transformation, or would that be branching off of something else?
Was it a
Yeah,
wolf that
you know what?
became
You know
like
what?
merged between a dragon, or was it just kind of as
That's true. Yeah.
wolf that got dragony or dragon that got wolfy?
Or was it you that became a wolf dragon?
I want to say the latter.
All right, so that's more of a what's your favorite animal, and that would be more mythological. Actually, I think I should take out the mythological because that's a type of animal, not a.
What would you call that as a hybrid?
Hybrids.
Chimera. That's the chimera.
So Yeah, chimeras and chimeras, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the age. We mentioned
All right,
age shifting.
fine. I'll say it out loud. Age. You say it.
What? Age regression?
Age regression, age progression.
Age progression. Age, yeah.
You count it up.
Okay. Why?
Just
What?
saying, it's your turn.
Anybody like age shifting? We got that? Okay, we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Finally,
It happens. People like it.
being changed versus changing someone else. Do you like to be the recipient of transformation or the person who does it to someone else? Recipient. I'm believing the whole room is going to raise their hand.
Yeah.
So put 40 down. Who likes to turn other people into things? So, exactly. So that's almost the whole room. I'm going to say
Yeah.
35.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So now, normally what I'd do if I was all by myself is I'd come up with, I'd go through my topics that I have here and then go into. Actually, what we're looking at. Okay, my personal favorite out of all those is I like furry transformations, not wear, although wear is nice. I like shrinking and growing, and I like gender transformations. But I'm always changing my tastes, as it were. Tin, what are your favorites?
I think I pretty much hit everything on the list except
Yeah,
not
yeah,
quite
but-
the goo.
Into
What-
other things.
Yeah, but what in order?
It's when things turn into other things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Different features or qualities.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do a lot with inflation. A lot of my
Okay.
work centers on inflation. I do a lot of gender transformation work. I do like a little bit of age transformation. Age, you know.
Regression, progression.
Yeah. And, you know, I haven't done too much of inanimate transformation, but I do enjoy it.
Cool.
You know.
All right.
And, you know, animal transformation, obviously, but...
I've got questions of the audience. Okay, so look at this.
Yeah.
Got the dreams. Do you wish it was in real life? How long have you been interested in it? I don't know. That's just something I wrote up just recently. I don't know.
Well, that-
Okay, let's
I
go with
mean-
the topics then, and I'll put questions in there. Questions. Okay. Then let's go on to the meat of the thing, the syllabus here.
I like meat.
We've got transformation issues. What can we talk about next? Transformation issues, general socializing, and defining transformation. Transformation issues cover stuff like transformation's bad rep, the fact that 90% of your fairy tales say, oh, he got turned into a frog, he hates being a frog. And we've also got the technology to transform in real life, what sort of technology is out there right now. There's a topic of hypnosis and meditation. There's another topic called the ethics of transforming other people. Yes. I wrote it down at brainstorming. Why do you want to transform? There's also another topic of dealing with the reality of an unchanging body. Frowny face.
He did write the frowny face.
Yeah. All right, I'll write this frowny face. And the last issue in the transformation issues is celebrating transformation, including so you've transformed, what now?
I would also like to add like the mechanics of in the presentation, basically. I mean,
that would be under the defining transformations, the vehicle of transformation.
Oh, yeah.
Who transforms what powers do the transformation, what species do you like, the mood, the themes, the story.
because people get really touchy about that. That becomes a big topic.
Touchy about what?
Well, touchy about how certain things are presented.
Okay.
Let's take a snake.
Okay.
People will get really touchy about having the legs merge to form the tail, you know, as opposed to having it actually come back and having the legs shrivel up or fall off or something like that. I've had it happen.
I call
No.
that the path of transformation, where the
Right.
transformation goes on your body. So that's an interesting topic. Let's
People
put
are
that-
very. What's a good word for? You know. Well, yeah, but more of a more diplomatic way of saying picky.
They're particular.
Particular.
Finicky.
Yeah. But it happens, you know.
Okay, that's in there. Any other topics you guys can think of? Oh, the general socializing would be the crowd's favorite TFs, top 10 TF scenes, and your first exposure.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
First exposure? I don't think I remember that far back.
Pinocchio,
Oh,
probably.
dang it. Now I have to delete that again. Yes.
Maybe Pinocchio, maybe, you know, the witches.
You know what? I'm going to ask you.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think we should do next? Out of all that.
See, we got.
TF's bad rep. Technology.
Yeah, let's talk about TF's bad rep, because
All right. I've got a speech.
you got a speech about that?
Yeah,
I would like to hear that speech, because
It's usually not good to dwell on the negative. One should always expect that transformations are going to be viewed in the best light possible. Always expect. But in preparing the... Yes?
Can you speak up, please?
No, I can't.
The acoustics really bad back here.
Okay.
Oh.
There's not enough seats.
No.
There's... put the phone on the ground. Come sit over here.
Yes. Yes, have some.
Where was I? It's usually not good to dwell on the negative. One should always expect that the transformations are going to be viewed in the best possible light. Always expect, but in preparing for the worst, one should know of the various fears people have regarding transformation and help them view it in a more positive light. In classic fantasy, transformations are everywhere. Princes and frogs, princesses and birds, witches, gypsies, magicians, shamans, dragons, werewolves, vampire spirits, spells, curses, natural ability, or unexplained, spontaneous, you can't chuck a magic book without hitting a transformation story.
Werewolves don't shine either.
Exactly. Werewolves aren't glittery.
Shiver into the sunlight.
However, most classic and modern stories about transformation cast them in a bad light. Like Dorothy, who's found herself in the wonderful land of Oz. These dopes do everything in their power to get back to that boring old mud farm and change back into a dull, normal human. Kind of spit on my computer. But still, transformations are associated with bad things. Princes don't want to be frogs. Princesses don't want to be birds. Curses are cruel, and magicians can be crafty as devils dealing for souls. In most stories about transformation, no matter what the final form, transformation is a bad thing. In the tarot deck, the card whose true meaning is change and transformation is a picture of the Grim Reaper, death. They're right. Transformation is the death of the now and the birth of the future. Coping with change is a universal problem, and people who can't cope with change fear it.
There are some stories where transformation is a good thing. I mean, they might not end well. I'm talking about like the original, like Little Mermaid becoming human. You know, transforming from mermaid to human. Not that that's too far of a stretch. You know, just given legs.
That's true. It's true.
And then at the end, there is the negative thing about transforming into sea foam in the original story. So yeah, that might be. It's a positive and a negative kind of.
I go on and I say, we should try to... Yes?
So kind of in both of those cases, it's a good thing to become human, right? Even though
yeah.
It's not a good thing to transform, it's a good thing to become human.
That's true.
Good thing.
Little Mermaid is
good point.
going to the mud farm.
But legs are good for. Oh wait, I'm not gonna start singing.
PG-13. But I'm preaching to the choir here. As TF fans, we need to help deal with this bad rep. Here are some tips I came up with. Find the good in werewolf horror films. That's a pretty tall order.
You know, there's not enough noble werewolf movies.
That's
you know.
true.
I think like a couple of the Howling kind of fit that bill.
But
You know, Howling, the marsupials kind of. they were still. They didn't even count. They were like Tasmanian wolves, or marsupial wolves, but still,
I don't remember.
yeah, because they had pouches.
Yeah, but then you got a bunch of tag in
It was weird. And then that would yeah.
I'm saying that, but he
The second one was kind of a werewolf versus vampire story, with a werewolf being the more noble character out of the two.
Yes. What are some noble werewolf stories? Yes.
I can think of back in the old cartoon Mighty Max, the werewolves had done one episode. The werewolves were actually the good guys.
In Mighty Max, the werewolves were once the good guys.
They were the good guys, right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning, from the episodes. Oh.
Cool.
I was just saying,
Yeah, Teen Wolf.
would you possibly count the werewolf clans from the Gold Digger series?
Yeah. You know, that
Yes,
was kind
I
of
would.
a
The
yeah.
Werewolf Clan from the Gold Digger series. I'm repeating you.
Also, there was a made-for cable movie called Full Eclipse, where the were-creatures were like crime fighters.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Manimal did that too.
Manimal.
Manimal.
But Manimal was more of a magic thing, you know.
Yeah,
he
it
wasn't.
wasn't a weird thing itself, but it was
Yeah.
kind of based on a similar.
But yeah,
Werewolf
the
Incorporated?
Yeah. He had a flashlight, he turned himself a werewolf.
the
Was that a cartoon?
She-Wolf of London was a syndicated series where the heroine kind of
Yeah.
like not fought crime, but fought the creature du jour of
There was
each week.
There was a Mexican cartoon that had a bunch of different transformations. Does anyone know about that one? Have you heard of that one?
You know what?
You ever heard of that one?
No.
I swear to God, I heard of that. They were all werewolves and were tigers and stuff.
Are you
Whatever.
talking about the Guardians of Luna?
I don't know for sure. It's kind of a blocky animation.
Okay. Well, because supposedly there's a company out there that created a series called Guardians of Luna. Hasn't quite come out yet, but basically what it is there's 5 people. They're all werewolves, and they have to protect the order between the human world and the supernatural world.
Cool.
I could be down for that.
It's supposed to be coming out soon, but from the way it looks, I've seen it like 5 years ago, and I still haven't
Oh.
seen it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Professor Lupin and Captain America and Capwolf. Captain America was a werewolf
Yeah,
for a brief
no.
period of time.
Yeah, no, I remember it.
Those comics back at home in DC.
I actually remember you just remind me of this old Super Friends episode where they actually went to another dimension that was full of animal personas themselves or something like that.
Doesn't-
And then they started to transform more into animals and they had to leave the humans to break it out.
Oh wait. Also, sorry. J. Jonah Jameson. Speaking of comics, his son was a werewolf.
Manwolf.
Manwolf. Yeah.
But he was only a good guy when he went into the ultimate dimension and became the Wolfstar.
Yeah. He had the crystal along his neck.
But initially he was a bad guy.
Here I am, and there's a cookie in front of me. I'm not eating it.
The cartoon Spider-Man Unlimited did. That was really
Yeah.
excellent. And that had the alternate Earths with all the animal people.
Yeah,
It was implied that some of the people were originally human, but they never really finished the series. So.
Yeah. I mean, there was kind of the mutant version of the Green Goblin. That was,
Yeah, he was implied, like heavily implied
Yeah.
to have originally been human.
Yes?
Wouldn't Beast Boy from Teen Titans qualify?
Beast Boy from Teen Titans would qualify. He's green all the time. Why he chose that color, I have no idea. It's
he
a
was.
dumb color.
Yeah, he was. I'm not commenting.
Beast Boy was the only good thing DC Comics on. The other one made. That's the only one I liked.
Yep.
And I did history.
Yeah,
of
Werewolf
him.
by Night, also by
I looked
Marvel.
for him all my life, and I found out the early episodes of it. They killed him off. So all my teenage years, I couldn't find him. In '08, I did research on the internet. Oh, he was with the Legion of Doom in the early '60s. He wasn't popular. They killed him off. Then,
You mean the Doom Patrol,
Brought
or-
him back, and Teen Titans got him.
Fair enough.
Nobody stays dead in comics except for Uncle Ben.
Actually, that's
All right,
happened.
let's get off topic.
Yeah.
My point is, a werewolf horror movie is horrific only because the new werewolf makes bad decisions and wallows in self-pity rather than taking charge of his condition and locking himself up like a responsible person.
Well, speaking of not exactly wolf, what about cat people? They were werecats.
Yes.
You know.
Meow.
You know, one character kind of embracing that, the other one still not quite in control of, her transformation yet.
I don't think I saw that movie.
You've never... Oh.
One of the few I haven't. Either that or I watched it, I hated it, and I blocked it out of my memory.
Malcolm McDowell as a werecat. Come on.
Did you cook this cookie?
Yes.
I like it better that it tastes like cookie dough, but I'm just saying.
It's been cooked.
So, I say, when asked, present the good side of transformation. Say how transformation makes you feel. Happy, excited, engaged, entertained. Talk about the good aspects of your target form. The freedom, the power, the fluffiness. Refer to it as empowerment.
Should we refer to of the, the less...
the less PG-13?
Yeah.
That's part of the metaphors. The metaphor of transformation, one of the big metaphors is growing older, going from childhood to adulthood, and all the changes that one goes through in that. Ginger Snaps was a good movie.
The second one was
I watched Ginger Snaps the same day that I watched the new Doctor Who episode, Tooth and Claw. And they have a budget now for Doctor Who. So I was very disturbed to see how good the werewolves were in comparison to Ginger Snaps. I like the story, but I'm just saying the special effects.
As a metaphor for like going through adolescence and getting to adulthood. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing.
That's true.
That
Ginger Snaps was like that.
She becomes more adult as she becomes more older.
She becomes more adult as she yes.
That's like the only notable movie that sexualizes a female werewolf. So.
The guy.
And she's underage, which is kind of creepy.
I watched the special features for American Werewolf in London, the first one, and he basically says, yeah, the huge transformation scene in American Werewolf in London, where you have bright lights, they're not putting him in shadow or anything, they're showing all the stages of the transformation. Yes.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, this is about becoming an adult from being a child, all the puberty stuff that happens in between, all the weird growths that happen and the hair that shows up and all that garbage.
Also the BBC series Being Human.
Couldn't think of it.
Yeah. What? The third Ginger Snaps? Ginger Snaps back.
It's like they had to make it about Canadian history because if you're Canadian, you have to make things about Canada.
They won't give you money for it to make a movie otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, the new Howling has been kind of getting bad reviews on transformation and what was that?
The new
Not
one,
in
you didn't even see any transformation.
I want to say
Worst werewolf movie? Cursed.
Cursed.
All right, that's going into the top 10. You want to go to the top 10?
Let's go to the top 10.
All right. Top 10 transformation scenes.
Transformation scenes.
All right. I'm going to say my top 10. These are my top 10 here.
Okay, I can't really rate mine, but
Okay.
in order.
My top 10. Number 10 is Michael Jackson's Thriller video where he turns into a werecat. Yes. The second one is
John Landis.
John Landis?
Yeah, he directed the video.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
What else did he do?
American Werewolf in London.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
What a small world.
So he was the director of that. He directed the Michael Jackson video.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. What was his name again?
John Landis.
John Landis. Okay. Number 9, The Howling 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 8, an obscure after-school special where they were adapting written stories to cartoons, The Monster Ring.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the 15-minute werewolf.
No. I remember that. No, The Monster Ring was awesome.
The Monster Ring was awesome. If you were going to see,
Gremlin of the Monster Ring, change me to a monstrous thing. And the first time he changes just a little bit. He just gets some hair and some fangs and claws. Every time he uses it again, he gets more and more monstrous. Until he's this huge hulking thing with bat wings and... Oof. Anyway, American Werewolf in Paris I'm putting in at number 7. It's CGI and the legs don't turn to my satisfaction, but...
Yeah, the legs was kind of a goofy, but the rib cage
Yeah.
and the barreling of the chest was...
Pretty good. Number 6, I'm putting the Pinocchio transformation where
Which one?
Lampwick turns into a donkey.
Because there was also the live-action one, that where the transformation was kind of done partial on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
You know, and...
I'm going to say no.
Okay. But what you should do is, on a course for that, there's a Jim Henson Creature Shop book, you know, No Strings Attached, I think is the title of that, where they have a kind of a rough drawing of how the transformation of Donkey Boys were supposed to progress.
No way.
The problem is they put a clip of another picture like right over the thing I actually want to see. But you can still make out the details of the transformation.
Man.
So you can go to Half Price Books and find this book.
No strings
It's
attached.
really worth seeing because they got like also.
You're a fan of the donkeys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. But it's still a really good book because it's got the Ninja Turtle suits in there and everything.
Oh, cool.
And stuff from the Storyteller series.
Ooh.
With like the Hans my Hedgehog makeup and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hans my Hedgehog was really nice, but that
Yeah.
wasn't much of a transformation, was it?
No, it was kind of done in shadow.
Yeah. Anyway, number 5. Tooth and Claw episode of Doctor Who, just because it's Doctor Who. Because I'm a Doctor Who fan. And actually, sorry, I did like Cursed.
Oh, you did? Oh, even the werewolf giving the finger, that didn't make you want to get up and walk out of the movie?
It did, it did.
I lost the right to pick movies for a year.
Oh, no!
I will say that the movie itself was horrible, but the transformation scenes were
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to as the transformations. I'm not talking about the movies. Transformation scenes. Number... Oh. Number 3 is, for me, the Shaggy Dog. My first.
Yeah.
There was 2?
Well, there was a Shaggy Dog. No, well, there was like the Shaggy Dog, the Shaggy DA.
Stop it! The very first Shaggy Dog movie.
Yes. They did. There was a made-for-TV movie, the one that was more recent. I think it did. I know it's Tim Allen, but
there was no other Shaggy Dog movie but the first one. Just saying.
Was that Kirk Cameron in that one, the made-for-TV movie one?
If you want to discuss it, go ahead, take over the panel, and talk about
I'm just
the Shaggy
saying.
Dog.
Disney one, then they come out with a new one.
Yep. Oh, number 2, Van Helsing.
Yes, good pick.
Okay, yeah. I would go for that.
I want there was a guy who had a GIF of just that transformation. I'm like, I want that. I want that slowed down. And of course, my favorite.
I want that.
American Werewolf in London. Okay, so discuss.
Wow.
What other things could there be?
Just a comment on
What
your
did I-
list here.
what did I
You've
miss?
got like the Howling
1.
Howling 1 high on your list, but you've got American Werewolf in London like near the bottom, and they came out about the same time too.
I'm doing 10-1 here, Sparky.
I've heard of
I know. I'm just saying, commenting on the distance between.
Howling 1 was much more of a werewolf, yes? Okay.
a lot of people bring up the pig scene from Willow.
The pig scene from Willow.
I remember. I've seen that. I've seen that.
Oh God, yes.
Now,
Really funny looking snake transformation.
yeah, pretty much.
Has anybody seen the snakes on the train?
Oh God!
Snakes on the train. It's
Yeah.
TF sequence on it, which is kind of weird.
Really?
And she turns into a huge snake in strength, which is weird.
I have to watch to believe it.
Goodness gracious. I had no idea.
She's throwing up snakes.
It's this whole big thing where she turns into a snake at the end and eats a train.
Eats the train? No, that was a dream you had, Sids. That didn't happen in real life.
It's a terrible movie. It's
A giant snake eating a train is a dream. Okay?
Of mine.
That's what I'm saying.
Giant white shark jumping in the air and grabbing a plane from midair and bringing it to the ocean and making it explode. Because the same movie company did that.
You're a madman.
Why do you think the movie company's publicizing?
He said that. You didn't hear him because of the volume. It's a bad movie, yes.
Oh my god. I just thought of this one.
What?
Project Metal Beast.
Project Metal Beast. Where they took a werewolf and they injected him with metal and they made him a metal werewolf.
They replaced the werewolf skin with a synthetic skin that hardened to the consistency of steel. Yeah, so they had to get a missile launcher and tip the end of the rocket with steel to get the guy. Because bullets wouldn't do jack.
Well, that's a good point. Top 10 worst TF scenes.
Oh dear Lord.
Okay, I'm putting snakes on a train and on there. What would you say?
Oh God.
Bad TF scenes.
Bad TF scenes.
No, I'm going to put a rule here. No poof TFs, because poof TFs are all bad.
Poof TFs have their place.
But it has to have a sequence.
I mean,
TFs are like just a huge letdown. Like when Stardust came out, it's like, oh, Stardust is coming out. In the theater, pissed off.
I mean, kind of technically, one of my favorite gender transformation is Switch, when it's the scene where he's going up to the washroom to use a washroom, and then the next step, you know, he's a girl, and you have that moment of panic. Oh my God, it's gone. You know.
I wasn't listening. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying poof
What movie? Oh, yes.
With Switch. As opposed to, Switch, as opposed to something special, which back in the 80s had a girl, you know, gaining something.
Okay.
You know, and it was under the other title of Willie and Millie. Because she had to choose between her name and how she, you know, was like, I'm going to live as a boy for a while. Which, you know, if we're going to go there, we're going to go for... Xerophilia, yeah, that was a good one.
I never heard... What?
Xerophilia was a small press, like a small movie about a race of people who had an extra chromosome in their genetics that allowed them to switch between genders.
When they get excited.
Yeah, when they get excited. It deals with a lot of gender roles and gender life. Like one of them was gay and thought he would have an easier life if he switched his gender to female, and he found out he wasn't.
Yeah.
To that effect, and it plays with that gender role a lot between them. So
cool.
That is a pretty good.
Xerophilia.
Oh, I don't know how to spell it. It is definitely, it's on DVD, and it is worth a look if that's something you're really interested in. Then I recommend it.
Xera Philia.
No, it was a Z. Are you sure? It was Xerophilia. Yeah, it was a Z.
Yeah, it was a Z because the extra chromosome is a Z.
Yeah, there was the X, Y, and Z.
I'm going to put X parentheses
Never
Z.
mind.
Okay. Do you want to go with the worst 10, or do you want to go to a different topic? Because there's lots of topics here.
We can go for like a worst 10 topic. Let's go.
I don't have it. I'll be polling the audience.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
And it has to be not a poof TF. It has to be sequential. So, bad TF scenes.
Brother Bear.
Well, the what?
Brother Bear.
Brother Bear?
It was too much effects in front of the transformation.
Ah.
Well, we're going like Brother Bear versus like Beauty and the Beast. It's kind of the same thing, and then we go into the Swan Princess, where it's just kind of all blocked by the big swirly water.
How about this? I'll put proof TFs as a bad TF, and I'll put special effects in front of the TF.
Backlit shadow, yeah.
Special effects in front of the Disney. Got it. What?
Company of Wolves.
What?
The Company of Wolves.
The company. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Describe the transformation scene in Company of Wolves.
I think it's really bloody and bone showing.
Oh, that's what
Well, there was the one. Was that the one that was little short stories connected together, or?
No, it's about
Company of Wolves. Yeah, I believe so.
Snout comes out of the mouth and they pull their skin off.
Yeah.
The snout comes out of the mouth and they pull their skin off in the Company of Wolves.
There was actually another one in
there were a couple bad ones in there, but like one of them was completely disgusting.
Company of Wolves.
Oh. You know what? I haven't seen Black Sheep. I have it on DVD and I just haven't watched it.
I think that was a poof TF.
Was it a poof TF?
I don't know. Was
I thought it was like a slow change.
It was slow?
It was in the dark, but it was...
I know.
Oh.
For me, another one I thought was bad was Trick or Treat. The bad kids scene.
Oh, God.
Oh, Trick or Treat.
It started off, I
Oh.
was like, yes, and then they started ripping their skin off. I was like, fuck.
Trick or treat.
Okay. If we're gonna do that, then we have to put down cat people as well, because that does kind of happen. Like the claws of the come out of the knuckles, like they're Wolverine. Yeah. Yeah. Comes out of her.
It's out apparently.
You get a nice scene of the spine elongating, and like the little individual spine popping out, and then the head kind of pushes forward.
All right, we've just got generic topics here then.
Yeah.
Skin ripping off transformations, proof transformations, and special effects in front of the transformations. Yes, Bren? Was sick. Yeah.
What? Exactly what were those again?
Werewolf transformation for Ruben. Mouse, dog. Well, you didn't see the dog transformation.
I kind of like the ferret one.
The what?
Draco Malfoy to a ferret?
That was fun. That was funny. That was more special effects, but that was fun.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's not a poof. So yeah, that would be good.
If we can just... So we got the werewolves in Twilight. Has anybody seen Bad Moon? Was that good or not, or what? What was about that? Not a good transformation for Bad Moon?
I wouldn't say it's as I'd just not even consider it. It's not even. It's not the worst. It's just. It's, yeah. That's true. It was. It was a photo manipulation. Howling 2. The orgy scene.
That was the transformation.
Oh, wait. Over here. Every transformation in the Dragon Ball Z animated series and the transformation in the live-action Dragon Ball Z movie. I'm crazy. That was part of my fever dream that goes along with Highlander 2.
All right. We should probably move on. We only have 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, what do you got? I'm sorry. Oh.
Twilight Princess, right?
We should ask them if they have any questions for us.
Okay, yeah. Well, do you have any questions for us? We've been asking questions of you. You got anything back for us? You know, best method of drawing transformation. We could, that's a good one.
Okay, let's go with Shiro.
Wardrobe issues.
Wardrobe issues is a fun thing to play with. You ever remember the TV series came out in the 80s called The Misfits of Science? They had the one character who could shrink, and he always carried like doll clothes in his pocket just in, when he had to do it. He can switch them out.
Speaking of bad transformations, Animorphs.
Yeah.
I think that was funny.
Yeah, there was
Actually,
episodes.
Kay Applegate was on
True.
Reddit earlier this year doing an Ask Me Anything. And she commented that she was not a fan of the decision to do it live action because with special effects, animals, and child actors, you had all three of the expensive things in Hollywood in one place.
Yeah.
And that the production team was never going to have the money to make it good.
I used to have all the Transformer Animorph figures.
Oh, yeah?
They all came with a little rubber yurk, so you could stick it in your little brother's ear, conceivably. I don't know. I don't know. They just came with it. It was funny. But,
right.
it's still that Rachel became a male lion still kind of blows my mind.
I raised it earlier.
A few times.
What's the general way to shift like the negative perception or stigma of transformations to something that maybe like is desirable?
Yeah, I think it boils down to just thinking positively. I mean, if you are a werewolf, you can think positively about it. I have a better constitution now. I'm going to live longer. I just have to not be around people for 3 days out of the month.
Which is kind of the theme in Being Human a little bit. The transformation is wicked painful.
Yep.
But there was another character that came in to help the main character kind of embrace what he was becoming. And it was like, look what we can do. I mean,
The silver lining to the dark cloud.
Right. Which, you would think Wares would want to avoid.
And if someone confronts you about transformation saying it's evil, it's against the God or the devil or whatever. Yeah, it's against the devil.
Yeah. Well, Wolfsbane from New Mutants, that was kind of her theme, was here she was a mutant who became a wolf, who from a highly religious family who was always kind of down on herself as a curse.
That's true. I liked her.
Yeah,
but
me too.
if you just got to think about it positively, say you just spin it well.
Yeah, depending on how much control you have on it, the more positive it gets. If it's still you in control of this, powerful creature, then...
Out of curiosity, has either of you seen the transformation in the MMO Hysteria where the dragons turn into lizards?
Hysteria transformation, dragons turning into lizards.
The dragons, when you become adult and ancient, you can also get a form to turn into a bipedal lizard.
Ooh.
And the transformation is like a fluid, the game itself is not as good as I wish it was, but the transformation from the giant dragon to the thing, and you see the wings shrink and they turn bipedal and everything.
Okay.
And it's like a smooth transformation through the whole thing.
Spell that for me.
Hysteria, Istaria.
Hysteria. Okay, it is 6:56. If people have to be someplace at 7, I don't know.
One of my favorite transformations in video game was in one of the Gauntlet games. There was a centaur, and when she would get onto you could get the centaur onto a riding animal, and her legs would shift to human. So you would get knocked off the animal, and boom, back to centaur again.
Huh.
And you could actually kick people in the head.
That was one of the golden
with the hind legs. It was Golden Axe, not Gauntlet. Yeah, no, it was Golden Axe. It was.
All right.
One of the golden axe straight
arcade games. Because I have my dragon and he can transform between the feral dragon to the small bipedal dragon. Because otherwise they couldn't fit into the buildings. Unless it was the dragon buildings, they couldn't fit into the buildings.
All right.
The transformation was ironically very nice.
Let's.
I just remember it from the main portion.
Yeah.
Okay.
That has decent TMC was Legend of Custodian.
Yes. Legend of Custodian, that was the spin-off of Legend of Custodian. That was one of my favorite games.
All right.
Also, there was a game that I was really hoping to get, but it never came out to the Americans.
Before everyone leaves, There was a Transformation fans dinner at one point in time. It petered out and fell apart and disappeared. I tried to delete it last year, and I didn't do it very well. So it's just a bunch of people who like Transformation, and we go out and we eat dinner and what have you. Does anyone want to take charge of that, Tin Crash, since you know the area?
I do know the area, but I don't know how.
You can do it, man.
I can't herd cats.
Oh,
So putting me in charge is.
He can't herd cattle.
But that's just an idea.
Yeah, actually.
Okay. The panel's officially over. We can keep on talking. I don't care.
There's nothing in this room.
There's nothing in this room. There's nothing in this room. Not till 9. So you got to get going. You got to get going. But I don't know.
I got nothing.
Hypnosis, ethics of transforming other people. Why do you want to be transformed? Dealing with the reality of unchanging body. Anything?
You're gonna like it in the end anyway. It's fine.
All right.
I think everybody's.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get over here.
Great panel, man. 10. You guys did good.
Cool.
I think it was a successful panel.
There were 30 people here.
I think that was pretty good, and we held them.
There was about 40 some at AC, so that's
It's a panel.
yeah, it's a good panel. It did good.
Bigger job than my last panel.
That's because nobody knew where it was, and it was.
I'm just saying.
It's partially my fault, so I'm thinking of changing the name next year from mine.
Yeah, that was actually quite a mix-up. I actually wanted to visit an art because I wonder if he's selling little TF magazines.